My name is Bobby Bruno. I am with the DRC. I sit on the board with the DRC. With our tribes, we were given a gift from the Creator, and the first gift given to us was water. These gifts are in order, and the Creator gave these to us and said these will take care of you, and we are to take care of them. And to this day, our tribal members still practice this. But water is the one thing that really takes care of us as I look at the river here. And that's where our fish come through that are important to us, the salmon and the steelhead. We have our drinking waters for Warm Springs comes from this river, and so we want to make sure it's clean.
My name is Grissen. I'm a forest hydrologist and watershed program manager for the Deschutes and Ochiko National Forest and Crooked River grasslands. The Deschutes River is a spring-fed river that comes from the high Cascades to the west here. And in normal conditions, you know, this river, as it was discovered by some of the early explorers, one of the notable things about it was that it had real steady flows from season to season and year to year. Work of the DRC is important because the Deschutes River, as a working river, is really given all it can. And it's time for us to give back to the river.
My name is Emily Zamora, and I'm a fisheries and wildlife graduate this past May, and I love being on the water. Fly fishing has been a passion of mine for a very long time, and I feel really grateful to live in Oregon, where I get to pursue that to my heart's desire. The Deschutes River is renowned for being a blue ribbon trout river, and people come here from all over the world to fish this river. The problem that we're experiencing now is that we're having really high highs and really low lows. And the problem when water is too high is that it can rip out banks, it can create head cuts, which brings in more sedimentation. And with really low flows, fish have a lot less places for refuge. They also have a lot less food. They don't have the connectivity to move to different places that they normally would. So having a more even flow on the Deschutes would really improve it for people like me that like to fly fish.
Hi, my name is Jeff Frank. I'm the owner and operator of Tumbler Creek Kayak and Canoe and a board member of the Bend Paddle Trail Lines. I've lived and worked along the banks of the Deschutes River for over 25 years now and spent my entire life in Oregon. The Deschutes River corridor and basin is a truly unique and special place to me, and I know it fairly intimately as I've paddled it in its entirety from Wicked Reservoir to the Columbia River. I have a pretty intimate and loving and respectful relationship with the Deschutes River. It's where I make my livelihood, and I've raised my children, and frankly, it's the lifeblood of our community. It's what flows through our town, and it's an amazing place to recreate and get away from the hecticness of the world and just sit by its side and watch its waters flow by. I think it's important to restore the natural function of the river system for fish, wildlife, the habitat, all the stakeholders involved in our community, so we can continue to enjoy it as we have for years and continue to enjoy it for generations to come.
Hi, I'm Travis with Cubicle. I build and sell surfboards for the river and the ocean. Water is the lifeblood of my business, building surfboards, whether it be in the river or the ocean, and a percentage of this water ends up in the ocean, so clean water is definitely important to me and all surfers.
Hi, my name is Mike Bittner. I'm Utility Department Director for the City of Bend. Water security is really going to be contingent upon communication and collaboration amongst the basin stakeholders. We're not going to get there without fully embracing water efficiency, conservation measures, stewardship mindset, and we've got a lot of challenges ahead. With respect to water balance in the basin, I think that's really going to be also going to be contingent upon communication amongst the stakeholders in the basin, making sure that we're working closely with one another to understand one another's challenges and needs, what our goals are, and really making sure that we understand one another's priorities so that we can work together to really achieve a greater balance. Organizations like the Deschutes River Conservancy and other basin stakeholders are really going to be important because they're going to be catalysts. They're going to be those catalysts for conversation, for where we come together and we work out our issues collectively as basin stakeholders.
My name's Casad with Casad Family Farms here in Madras, Oregon. In Jefferson County, agriculture is one of the main industries, if not the main industry. In North Unit, a full allotment is 2.5 acre-feet per acre. This year we're going to be operating on less than last year, which was already 1.25. We're operating on 1 foot of water, while all the other irrigation districts in our basin are operating at full capacity. It's hard to work your farm economics in a sense of only being able to bring in 40–50% income and still have 100% cost.
Baxter Davies with Central Oregon Irrigation District. Official title here is Operation Technician, On-Farm Liaison. Recently graduated from Oregon State University, majored in ag science with a minor in fisheries and wildlife. Big part of what I do here is the on-farm side of it. So I work with landowners, do efficiency evaluations, try to find them funding through grants and through our partners. When a district or anybody uses water, there's 2 different types of water. One is either a live flow, which goes through the water right users or managers of the water rights, and it'll start from the most senior water rights down to the most junior. So Swaley's ahead of COID and then COID. So we're fairly senior on the water rights, and so we have first right to live flow, and that kind of puts others with junior water rights in a predicament because they don't have access to live flow like we do. We can rely on flow off the little Deschutes and stuff like that and not use storage for a good part of our actual irrigation season. So what we're trying to do is work with DRC and RCS and any of our other partners within the basin here to be able to get funding to move forward with different projects to conserve water. So we weren't the first ones here. Wildlife and fish were here before us, and as stewards of the land, we have to account for them because they can't say anything at this point in time. The best thing we can do is take the resource that we share and manage it the best way that we know how. And it's going to be a long process, but we're getting there.
That was great.